Okay, so last time we have discussed the trigonometric ratios of the angle. So now we'll repeat that once again. Now suppose your angle theta is lies between 0 and pi by 2. Right? So strictly lies between this. So that means it is what in the first quadrant. Right? So then your terminal R will be the intersect. Terminal R will be the this. Right? So here what then this is P, this is radius is 1. So this is what cos theta sin theta. Right? So here what then sin theta is positive. Cos theta is positive. That means what? All trigonometric ratios are positive. Right? Now if you are in the second quadrant, so if second quadrant means what? So second quadrant now. So second quadrant is what? Pi by 2 less than theta less than what? Pi. Right? So that is what this is what? 90 degree less than theta less than 180 degree. Not 90 degree, not 180 degree. Then, so where is your, this is standard unit circle suppose. Okay, then this intersect here now. This is your P cos theta sin theta. Right? So you are in the second quadrant. Right? In the second quadrant your x is negative, your y is positive. That means what? Cos theta is negative. Right? Sin theta is positive. Sin theta is positive. Right? So that means in second quadrant, yesterday I have discussed this. Right? So this. Now, what about the third quadrant then? Third quadrant means what? This is what then pi less than theta less than 3 pi by 2. That means what here? 180 degree less than theta less than 270 degree. Then where is your terminal arm? Terminal arm intersect here now in the third quadrant. Right? So this will be your angle. In the third quadrant. Oh, this is what is the fourth quadrant. Right? So in the third quadrant they should be. So your terminal R will be here now in the third quadrant. Right? Now this will be your theta. This will be your theta. So this is your what? Cos theta sin theta. So you are in the third quadrant, both are negative. Right? So cos theta is negative. Sin theta is negative. That is what then tan theta is positive. Tan theta is positive. Now you are in the fourth quadrant means what? You are in the fourth quadrant means what? 3 pi by 2 less than theta less than 2 pi. That means what? 270 degree less than theta less than 360 degree. Right? So that means you are in the fourth quadrant. Okay? So you will be here now. So your measurement is like this. Directed angle. Right? So this is radius is 1 now. So then this is your P cos theta sin theta. So you are in the fourth quadrant. Now see, you have to draw perpendicular, it will be on positive x-axis. That means here what? Cos theta is positive. Sin theta is negative. Sin theta is negative. Right? So that means what here? So finally, what we write? Finally, what we write? Here all are positive in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all are positive. Here what? Sin is positive. Right? Now here what? Tan is positive. And here what? Cos is positive. Right? This is just a conclusion of this one. Now range of sin theta and cos theta. So range means what? the maximum value and minimum value of sin theta and cos theta, right? So now, so P cos theta sin theta lies on the circle x square plus y square is equal to 1, right? For all theta, right? For any value of theta, your pxy lies, right? So on circle, this is on the circle, right? So that means what? That means what? Minus 1 less than equal to sin theta or cos theta is less than equal to 1. That means the minimum value of sin theta is minus 1. Minimum value of cos theta is also minus 1. And for any value of theta, your sin theta and cos theta always lies between minus 1. So maximum value of cos theta is 1 and the minimum value of cos theta is minus 1. So minimum value of sin theta and cos theta is minus 1 and maximum value of sin theta and cos theta is 1. Now also we have seen yesterday how to find the trigonometric ratios of any angle now. So we find trigonometric ratios of suppose 60 degree now. Okay, so we have to find the trigonometric ratios of angle 60 degree. Now here what? We don't have the right angle triangle, right? We don't have the triangle, we have only the angle, right? So with the help of the circle, we will find this one. Okay, so let this is what we will draw this. This is the angle what? 60 degree. Suppose this is pxy. So this is what A, x axis, y axis. So angle you have to take in the standard position. Okay. Okay. So let the terminal arm intersect arm of angle 60 degree intersect the standard unit circle at pxy. Okay? This is the standard unit circle. That means this is what P is what? The point of intersection of the terminal arm and the standard unit circle. That means what? The terminal of angle 60 degree intersect the standard unit circle at point pxy. We are interested to find the values of x and y, right? So we know that the value of x is nothing but a cosine of the 60 and value of y is nothing but a sine of the 60, right? So we'll find the values of x and y. So for that, what we'll draw? We'll draw PM perpendicular to this one. Okay. So draw PM perpendicular to OA, where OA is your initial arm, or you may write OX, doesn't matter this, right? So then angle what? MOQ is 60 degree, but MPO, this is what? 30 degree, right? So therefore triangle OMP is what? 60, 90 and 30, right? So therefore opposite side of angle 30 is half of the hypotenuse. So opposite side of angle 30 is what? OM, right? So therefore OM is nothing but half of the hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse is OP, right? But OP is what? This is the radius of the standard unit circle. So this is 1. So this is what then? 1/2 into 1. So this is 1/2, right? Now this PM is perpendicular to this one, right? So OM is equal to what? X, right? And PM is equal to what? PM is equal to what? Perpendicular from x axis, that is y coordinate. So this is y, right? So therefore x is equal to half. Now what is PM then? So this is what by Pythagoras, this we get. This is 1. Now this is half now. Right? This is half. So by Pythagoras theorem, you can obtain the value of this one. So Pm square now. Right? Pm square is equal to what? Pm square is equal to 1 square minus half square. Right? By Pythagoras theorem. So this is 1 minus 1 by 4. So this is 3 by 4. Now distance is always positive. So we are taking the positive root down. We are not writing here plus or minus now. Because Pm is the distance. It is always positive. So this is what? Root 3 by 2. Now this is Pm now. So y is equal to what then? So therefore, so we are not writing y. Okay. So y is equal to Pm. So this is what? Root 3 by 2. Okay. Okay. Now what if it is in third quadrant or fourth quadrant? Then we will consider this one. So we get a value of x and y. Right. So therefore, P of xy is equal to P of, what is the value of xy? 1/2 root 3 by 2. Right? So therefore cos 60 degree is equal to half. Right? And sin 60 degree is equal to root 3 by 2. Right? So tan 60 degree is equal to right? So cos sin 60 degree upon cos 60 degree. So sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2 upon cos 60 degree is half. Both the numerator and denominator are same. Right? Denominator are the same of the numerator and denominator. So they cancel. So this is what then? Root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. Right? Then cosec 60 degree. Just take the reciprocal of sine. That is what? 2 by root 3. Then sec 30 degree. Sec 60 degree. Take the reciprocal of cos. That is 2. Right? And then cot 60 degree. Take the reciprocal of tan. So that is 1 by root 3. That is 1 by root 3. Now next we will take the problem. Find find 120 degree. Now this is, suppose we will find trigonometric ratios of angle 120 degree we want. So solution, we draw first figure. So this is x axis, this is your y axis, this is standard unit circle. Where 120 degree is in the second quadrant. So this will be your 120 degree. So this is 120 degree. Right? So if it is 120 degree, then this angle will be 60 degree. Right? Okay. So we'll call this as P. Let Pxy. Okay. Let the terminal arm of angle 120 degree intersect the standard unit circle at Pxy. Now we'll find the coordinates of P now. Okay, so what we'll do now? Draw PM perpendicular to. So we'll call this as so this is your A. We'll call this as B now. Well, draw perpendicular to. We'll write here x axis. Doesn't matter. X axis. Right? Okay. So we draw this now. PM. Right? Then you may write here directly. Triangle OMP is triangle OMP. This is 60 degree, this is 90 degree, right? So 60, 90 and 30 degree, right? So therefore opposite side of angle 30, this will be 30 now, right? This will be 30. Opposite side of angle 30, opposite side of angle 30 is OM, right? Okay, so here actually first we write this, what? Draw PM perpendicular to x axis. Then what here? First we write the length. Here what? Perpendicular. Then we write this. First we write what? PM perpendicular to x axis. Then your OM is what? Your OM is what then? X now, right? X. Actually this is minus x. Actually this is minus x, right? So now your what? OM. Then what your OM? Then PM. PM is what your y. PM is y. Okay. Now what is this then? OM. Your OM is what? Opposite side of angle. Okay, now this we write now. Triangle OMP is 60 degree, 90 degree and 30 degree, right? And then we write OM now. OM is the opposite side of angle 30, because OP was the radius of the standard unit circle. That means radius is 1 now. So this will be 1 now, right? So opposite, so this is what? 1/2 OP. So this is 1/2. Your OP is 1, right? OM is 1, right? Now OM is 1. Then PM. You can find PM. So PM square is equal to what? OP square. OP square minus OM square. This is 1/4. This is 3/4. Right? So PM, it is distance. So we write positive. Then we'll decide which sign we have to take. Right? So PM is what then? √3/2. √3/2. Right? So therefore x is equal to, what we get? OM is your minus x actually, right? So x is equal to what? Here you are in the second quadrant, you have to take the value of x is negative. So your x is what? -1/2. Your x is what? -1/2. You are in the second quadrant. And y is what? Your √3/2. Y is what? √3/2. Right? So therefore cos 120 degree is what? -1/2. Now see that, you know that here what? Sin is positive, here cos is negative. See, we get a negative value, right? Now sin 120 degree is what? √3/2, right? So we don't need the figure, we cancel this. Now tan 120 degree is what? Sin 120 degree upon cos 120 degree. So sin 120 degree is √3/2, and this is -1/2, so this is -√3, right? Then what? Cosec 120 degree is reciprocal of sin 120 degree, so this is 2/√3. Then sec 120 degree, reciprocal of this one, -2. Then cot 120 degree, cot 120 degree, that's the reciprocal. This is what? See, your sign is positive and reciprocal is positive, all others should be the negative, because you are in the second quadrant. Now find all trigonometric ratios of 225 degree. Suppose trigonometric ratios of angle 225 degree. Okay, so we first draw figure 225 degree. So we draw the circle. We draw the circle. So 225 means what is 180. After that 45. Right? After that this is 45. That means this angle is 45. Or this angle is 45. Doesn't matter. You can write this 45 or this 45. You can take anything now. Now this is your PXY now. This is your PXY. We are interested to find this PXY. Right? This angle is also 45. That means what you can draw perpendicular y-axis or you can draw the perpendicular x-axis. So we draw here now. For our practice, we draw perpendicular to y-axis. Right? You can draw anything. You can draw the on x-axis or you can draw on the y-axis. Doesn't matter. This angle is also 45. Right? So this is your angle. This is what? Now this is your direction. This is what is 225 degree. 225 degree. Okay. Let the terminal arc. The terminal arc of angle 225 degree intersect the standard unit circle at PXY. Now we are interested to find the coordinates of x and y. Okay, so what we'll do, draw PM perpendicular to y-axis. Doesn't matter if you draw this perpendicular to y-axis. We draw perpendicular to y-axis. Now this will be your PM then. Okay. Now this is 90 degree and this angle is what? 45 degree. This also 45 degree. This also 45 degree. Right? Then these sides are same now. These sides are same because these two angles are same. Therefore this. Now this is 1. This is 1. So now this is Pythagoras theorem now. You can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Is what then? PM square. So first we will write this is what your value. Now P1 y-axis. Now this is your Px1, right? This distance will be what? Distance from y-axis. So that means what your PM is what? Your distance from x-axis or distance from y-axis is nothing but x coordinate. So your PM is x. Right? Now distance from this will be what here? You want this one. This is distance from x-axis. That means this is y. So this is your O. So OM is what? OM will be your y. Okay. So next we will see. This is in the third quadrant. Then we will write the value of this one. Right? First we will find the value of PM and OM now. They are the distances. Okay. Now, so PM square plus OM square is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. But PM is same as OM. So this is what then 2 times PM square is, this is 1 square actually, 1. Right? So PM square is equal to 1/2. Right? So PM is equal to 1 by root 2. We will take positive sign because it is distance. Now your PM is same as OM now also. Right? So therefore what? OM is also 1 by root 2. OM is also 1 by root 2. Right? So this OM and PM are x and y here. But your P is what? In the third quadrant. P is PXY is in third quadrant. Therefore x is equal to, your x is what? X is PM and PM is what? 1 by root 2. You have to take the minus sign of this one. Your x is minus 1 by root 2. Right? Your y is also negative. So y will be what? What is y? Y is your OM. We get OM is 1 by root 2 again. So you have to take the minus sign of this one. Right? Finally you should conclude this. Now, so value of x is nothing but what? The cosine of the angle. And the value of y is nothing but the sine of the angle. So what we get then? The trigonometric ratio of angle 25 degree now. This is what? Cos 225 degree. Cos 225 degree is what? Minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2. Then sine 225 degree is also minus root 2. Now we know that here what all are positive, sine is positive, only tan is positive here. That means see we get the sine and cos both are the negative here. So tan 25 degree is equal to tan 225 degree is equal to sine 225 degree upon cos 225 degree. Right? So minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. So this will be then 1. Right? Now you can find the rest of this one now. So cosec 225 degree, just take the reciprocal of sine, this is minus root 2, then sec 225 degree, take the reciprocal of cos, this is minus root 2, then cot 225 degree is equal to, cot 225 degree is equal to 1, reciprocal of tan. Right? Now find all trigonometric ratio of angle, trigonometric ratio of ratios of, so 390 degree now. Anything you can do this. So 390 degree. So first we will draw the figure now. We will draw the standard unit circle. Now 390 degree is greater than 360 degree. That means it completed one rotation. And after that what? It moved to 30 degree now. Right? So your angle is like this. You have to complete one rotation and then this now. This angle is what? 390 degree. This is your O, x axis, y axis. Right? Now this angle is what then? 30 degree. Right? So this is your PXY. PXY. Right? Okay, so let PXY. Let PXY be the point of intersection of P the point of intersection of the terminal arm angle 390 degree and standard unit circle, or you may write what? Right? The terminal arm of angle 390 degree intersect the standard unit circle at PXY. Both of the way you can write this one. Right? Now, so what we'll draw? We'll draw PM perpendicular to x axis. So draw PM perpendicular to x axis. Then OM is equal to x and PM is equal to y. Okay. Now triangle, this triangle now. Which one? OMP. OMP is right angle triangle. So this is what then? 30 is 30, 90 and 60 degree. This angle will be 60 degree then. Right? So opposite side of angle 30 is half of the hypotenuse. So your hypotenuse is 1. So opposite side angle is what? PM is nothing but 1/2 OP. So this is 1/2. Since OP is equal to 1, because OP is the radius of the standard unit circle. Okay. So now we get PM. We want OM now. So OM we can find with the help of Pythagoras theorem. This is what then? OP square minus PM square. So this is 1 minus 1 by 4. So this is 3 by 4. So OM is distance. So we take the only positive root. So this is what? Root 3 by 2. Now your PXY is in the first quadrant. PXY is in first quadrant. In the first quadrant. So their x is positive, y is positive. Right? So your x is what? OM. OM is root 3 by 2. So you have to take the positive value. Root 3 by 2 your y is what? Y is your pm. Your pm is what? Pm is half now, so you have to take the positive value, right? So this is nothing but what? Cos 390 degree is equal to root 3 by 2. Sin 390 degree is equal to 1/2. Now you can find other trigonometric ratio then. Other trigonometric ratio is what? Now tan 390 degree. Now see that it is just like as sin 30 degree, right? Sin cos 30 degree. Trigonometric ratio of angle 30 degree now, right? That means because what? Now, okay, so that we will discuss later on. So tan is what? Sin 390 degree upon cos 390 degree. So sin 390 degree is what? 1/2 upon root 3 by 2 upon root 3 by 2. So this is equal to what? 1 by root 3. So now cos then cosec 390 degree is just a reciprocal of sine. Reciprocal of sine. Reciprocal of sine is what? This is 2. Then sec 390 degree is the reciprocal of cos. Reciprocal of cos is 2 by root 3. 2 by root 3. Right? Then cot 390 degree is what? Reciprocal of tan. Your tan is what? 1 by root 3. So this is what? Root 3. Okay? Now see, this angle 30 degree and 390 degree are coterminal angles. Right? So that means what here? The trigonometric ratio is depend on this point. That means if your angles are coterminal angles, then their trigonometric ratios are same. Right? So we can write the note now. So note, very important note, that is what? If the angles are coterminal, then their trigonometric ratios are same. Right? So that means what here? 390 degree minus 30 degree is same as what? 360 degree. Right? That means what? 390, therefore 390 degree and 30 degree are coterminal. Right? So therefore trigonometric ratio of 390 degree and 30 degree are same. Therefore trigonometric ratios of 390 degree and 30 degree are same. That means what? If your angle is greater than 360 degree, right? Just divide by 360 degree and find the remainder. Right? So that means what here? 390 degree. How you can write in terms of this is greater than 3? Divide by 390. So 360 degree plus 30 degree. This will be the remainder. Just find out only the trigonometric ratios of angle 30 degree. Right? So that means what? If you have the angle 750 degree, suppose, right? No need to find the trigonometric ratio of this. So 750 degree is same as what? 2 into 360 degree plus this is 720, right? 720 plus this is what? 30 degree. That means what? The 750 trigonometric ratios of 750 degree and 30 degree are same. So no need to find this 750 degree, right? Just find out the trigonometric ratios of angle 30 degree, and you are familiar with the trigonometric ratios of angle 30 degree. So we know that trigonometric ratios of angle 30 degree. Therefore, the trigonometric ratios of angle 750 degree is this, right? So also you can find trigonometry with the help of this one. You have to take the 2 rotations and after 30 degree, right? So that means what? So similarly, if it is what 30 degrees, 60 degree or 45 degree, then you can find the trigonometric ratios of any angle with the help of our Pythagoras theorem and standard unit circle, right? So now trigonometric ratios of quadrantal angle. Quadrantal angles means what? If the terminal arm lies on axis, right? That means it is multiple of 90 degree, multiple of pi by 2, integral multiple of 90 degree or integral multiple of pi by 2, right? Then that angle is called quadrantal angle, and we are interested to find the trigonometric ratios of the quadrantal angle, right? Now suppose, so 1 for 0 degree. So now this is your A, this is your B, your X. 0 degree means what? Right? Its terminal arm, initial arm is same, right? So it is 0 degree. Now the terminal arm, so this is what? Your O, this is Y axis, right? So this is your PXY, right? And now this is 1 now. Your radius is 1, right? So terminal arm, the terminal arm of angle, and let the terminal arm of angle 0 degree intersect the standard unit circle at PXY. Right? So PXY is on x axis, then PXY is on x axis, and on x axis therefore y is equal to 0, right? And OP is the radius, since OP is radius, right? OP is radius. So therefore OP is equal to 1, and that is nothing but x. Your x is 1 and your y is what? 0. So what is x? Means cosine, value of the cos of the angle, whatever this one, and value of this is what? Y is equal to value of the sine. So therefore cos 0 degree, is 1, sine 0 degree is what? 0. So cos 0 is 1, sine 0 is 0, right? Now suppose you can find the rest of the trigonometric ratio, right? So it is enough to write cos 0 degree and sine. So similarly we will write here what? Tan 0 degree is what? Then 0. Tan 0 is 0. So remember that sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, tan 0 is 0, right? So obviously what? The cosec does not exist, because this is 1 upon 0. Cosec 0 does not exist, right? Similarly cot 0 is also does not exist. So that means what? It is infinity. This is also reciprocal of this. So now sec 0 is what? 1, right? So these are the trigonometric ratios of angles, right? Now you want pi by 2 now, or 90 degree, pi by 2 or 90 degree, right? So pi by 2 or 90 degree, that means you are here, your PXY is here. Now this distance is 1 now, that means this distance, this is nothing but what? 0, 1, right? This is nothing but 0, 1. So then what? Then P is 0, 1. P is 0, 1, right? P is what? The point of intersection of the standard unit circle and the terminal of angle 90 degree, right? So that means what here? Cos pi by 2 is what? 0. Sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is what? 1. Right? So tan pi by 2 is infinity. Tan pi by 2 is infinity. You can take the reciprocal of that too. Right? Now you want 180 degree now. So this we get. Now this is 180 degree now. So that means your terminal are intersect here. Now this point is what then? Minus 1 0. This point is what? This point is on y-axis. On y-axis your x coordinate is 0. Your y coordinate you are in the negative. So that means this is minus 1. Right? This point is what? 1 0. This is on x-axis. Y coordinate is 0. This point is what then? This point. This point is what? You are on y-axis and positive y-axis. So y coordinate is 1. Right? So that means what here? If your angle is quadrantal angle, then what? 1 or 0. Value will be what? 1 or 0, 0 or plus or minus 1. 0 or plus or minus 1. Right? Depending on this one. Right? So that means what here? We'll see here now. We'll arrange this one. So first we'll write here what? Cos 0 is what? 1. Sin 0 is 0. Now you are here. Right? Then after pi by 2, just add pi by 2 to 0. You will be here. Then what? Cos pi by 2 is what? 0. Sin pi by 2 is what? 1. Then again add pi by 2. You will be here. Then this is what? Cos pi is what? Minus 1. And what is sin pi? Sin pi 0. Again add pi by 2. So this will be 3 pi by 2 now. So now cos 3 pi by 2 and sin 3 pi by 2. Where are you? Here. Now you are on the negative y-axis. So y. This is what? 0. 0 means cos. So cos 3 pi by 2 is what? 0. And sin 3 pi by 2 is what? Minus 1. Again add pi by 2. So this is what? Cos 2 pi and sin 2 pi. So this will be your complete rotation. You will be here. You are on positive x-axis. The point is 1 0. So that means what? Cos 2 pi is 1 and sin 2 pi is 0. Again add pi by 2. Then what we get? You will be here then. So that this is what? 2 pi plus pi by 2. So we'll write first value of cos. 2 pi plus pi by 2 is what? 5 pi by 2. Is what? 5 pi by 2. And sin 5 pi by 2. Where are you? You are here for pi by 2. Right? What is the value? 0 1. 0 for cos and 1 for sin. So this is 0. This is 1. Again we will add this pi by 2 here. So 5 pi by 2 plus pi by 2. This 3 pi is 3 pi. So cos 3 pi, sin 3 pi. So you are here now. Your cos pi is minus 1. Your sin pi is 0. Right? Again add pi by 2. You will be here. So that means what? So 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is what? 7 pi by 2. So cos 7 pi by 2. Sin 7 pi by 2. Where are you? You are here. Your cos value is 0. Your value of sin is minus 1. Again add pi by 2. Then this is what then? Cos of 4 pi. Cos of 4 pi. Sin of 4 pi. Right? 2 complete rotation now. But you are here what? 1 0. Your value of cos is 1. Value of sin is 0. Right? Again add pi by 2. So what we get then? Cos of 9 pi by 2 now. And sin of 9 pi by 2. So where are you here? You added pi by 2. You will be here now. So what is then? 0 is the value of cos. So cos 9 pi by 2 is 0. And sin 9 pi by 2 is 1. Right? Now again add pi by 2 then. So what is your pi by 2? If you add pi by 2, then this is what? 10 pi by 2. 10 pi by 2. That is 5 pi. Right? So cos of 5 pi and sin of 5 pi. That means where are you? You are here. Your cos is minus 1. Your sin is 0. Again add pi by 2. So what we get? Cos of 11 pi by 2 now. 11 pi by 2 and sin of 11 pi by 2. You are here now. Your cos is 0. Your sin is minus 1. Again add pi by 2. Again add pi by 2. So what we get then? 12 pi by 2 means 6 pi. So cos of 6 pi is what? 1. And sine of 6 pi is 0. Okay. Now we can generalize. If you go to pi by, add pi by 2, you will be what? Here, 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 or here. So this is the benefit of the quadrant. Now see here. What is the value of sine 0? Is 0. Right? What is the value of sine pi? This is your sine pi. What is the value of sine pi? Is 0. What is the value of sine 2 pi? This is 0. What is the value of sine? This is 3 pi. Your sine 3 pi is here. It is what? 0. Right? What is the value of sine 4 pi? This is 0. What is the value of sine 5 pi? This is 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. 5 pi is what? This is 0. Similarly, cos sine 6 pi is 0. Similarly, what? Sine 7 pi 0. Sine 8 pi 0. Right? That means sine multiple pi is 0. Right? Sine any multiple of pi is always 0. Because what? You are on x-axis. You are on x-axis. Right? So on x-axis your y coordinate is 0. That means what? If sine of the multiple of angle pi is always 0. Right? So you can write here what? So that means what here? We can write the formula for sine of n pi is always 0 for all n belongs to z. This is the formula. Right? That means what? Sine 1 pi 0, sine 2 pi 0. So if you have anywhere sine of 3 pi, directly write this value 0. So what is the benefit of this one? If it is multiplied by sine 3 pi is multiplied to in that term will be what? Vanish, because 0 into anything is 0. Right? So you have to take the benefit of that sine 3 pi, sine 4 pi and this. Now see, this is what? Cos pi by 2 is 0. What is cos 3 pi by 2? Cos 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 is here. This is 0. Right? Cos 5 pi by 2. See. Cos 5 pi by 2. This is 0. Cos 7 pi by 2. See. Cos 7 pi by 2. This is 0. Right? Cos 9 pi by 2. This is 0. Right? Cos 11 pi by 2. This is 0. Right? Because r times pi by 2 you are on y-axis. R times pi by 2 you are on y-axis. And y-axis your x coordinate is 0. So that means what? What is this 1? 1 pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2. 7 pi by 2. 11 pi by 2. 13 pi by 2. Right? 15 pi by 2. That means this is r times pi by 2. Right? So we have again the formula for what? Cos of twice n plus 1. Right? Because if you multiply by 2, we get an even number. And if you add or subtract 1, we get an odd number. So twice n plus 1. This is what? Odd number. Whatever the value of n may be. Right? That means n should be the integer. For any integer n, your twice n plus 1 or twice n minus 1 is always odd. Right? So this is equal to what? Pi by 2. This is always 0 for all n belongs to z. Right? Now see here. We can generalize this. Right? This is the general formula. We get this with the help of this guy. Now, suppose this is cos pi is what? Minus 1. What is cos 3 pi now? So you are taking odd number. Cos 0 is 1. Right? Cos pi. Cos pi is what? Minus 1. Right? Cos 3 pi. Check cos 3 pi. So cos 3 pi is minus 1. Cos 5 pi. 5 pi is what? Minus 1. That means this is what? 1 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. These are odd numbers. 7 pi. Check the power 7 pi. So 7 pi is 9. We have not calculated. 7 pi will be 0. 9 pi will be 0. Because what? Is minus 1. Because r times pi, you will be on the negative x-axis. Right? So this is pi. After one complete rotation, this will what? 3 pi. After one complete rotation, again this is 5 pi. Again this is what? 7 pi. Again this is what? 9 pi. Right? Because one complete rotation we have 2 pi. You have to add 2 pi then here. Right? That means cos r times pi is what? Minus 1. Right? And what about the cos 0? Cos 0 means what? 0 into pi. This is even number. Right? So now cos 2 pi is 1. What is cos 4 pi is 1. Cos 6 pi is 1. That means if its number is even, right? Even times pi is plus 1. R times pi is minus 1. So you know that minus 1 to the power n is 1 if n is even, because what, on pair we get plus sign, and this is what, -1 if n is odd, right? So that means you can write this formula, cos n pi is nothing but -1 to the power n for all n belongs to z, right? So that means what, if it is -1, if it is even, we get a plus sign, if it is odd, we get a minus sign, right? So in this way you can generalize this. This is our best formula, right? For your competitive exam is very helpful. Okay, so I hope that you understand this, right? How to find the trigonometric ratio of the quadrilateral angle. It is very easy to find the right? So if you don't remember this, suppose you want cos 0 degree. Okay? So what is the cos 0 degree? Where is this cos 0 degree means in? This point is what then? 1 0. Suppose you want to trigonometric ratio of 270 degree. You forget what is the value of 270 degree. Where is 270 degree? Here. It is after 1. So this point is what? This is on negative axis. This point is what? 0 minus 1. Right? That means sin 270 degree will be -1. Cos 270 degree will be 0 then. 270 degree will be what? 0. Right? So just remember this point. These points are very important. This is what? 1 0. This is what? 0 1. This is what? -1 0. This is what? 0 -1. Right? If you remember this point and the angle is multiple of 90 degree. Right? Then go on axis now. Right? So this is 270 degree, that means you are on the negative axis, right? 90 90 90 90 here. Right? So if you are, this is what, suppose this is 360 degree and 450 degree suppose. So this is what, 360 plus 90, right? So that means what, just subtract this is 360 degree, right? Or just find the remainder, divide by this and just find the remainder. This is what then, 90 degree, and you know that the coterminal angles, they are the coterminal angle. This 450 degree and 90 degree are coterminal angle, and if angles are coterminal, then their trigonometric ratios are same. That means this is what, then you are where 90 degree, then your point is what, 0 1. So that means what, cos of this one will be 0 450 degree, and sine will be 1 now, right? So very easily you can determine the trigonometric ratios of the quadrilateral angle, right? So just for these 4 points, you should remember these 4 points along with their coordinates, right? So easily you can find out trigonometric ratios of the quadrantal angles, right? So no need to write that what, Pythagoras theorem and all these things, right? So I hope that you understand this one. Okay. So try for this other try to find the trigonometric ratios of the other angle. That means what, it should be what, you can do this for here what, suppose 90 plus this is what, 125 degree, 125 is it? 135 degree, right? Find trigonometric ratios of angle 135 degree. This is 90 plus 45 then. Now this will be 45, this will be 45. You may draw perpendicular this, or you may draw perpendicular this. Whatever you can do this one, right? Okay. So I hope that you can do all these things. You can find all trigonometric ratios of any angle, right?